So good to be here.
You got the tunes going? I'm ready for some tunes.
Coach, you need to relax.
Come on.
Go ahead and start the show. Come on. Like you don't understand. You start the show. Come on.
Welcome straight from the hip. I'm your host, Coach Gerald Boo Mitchell, coming to you live from Sugar Hill, Georgia. Here with my co-host, Mr. Jason Allen. Travis is also in the building. He's over here hiding, but you know how that is. He'll be out in a few minutes. We're being brought to you by The Playbook. Follow us on Twitter at Playbook Athlete. I guess we're getting ready to start off with the first and 15. So we're going to go ahead and get this show rolling with that.
Well, I know we're going to see how I'm doing. I was out last week. You see how this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what happens. I get on the show. I was out last week. I heard all that shit that was being talked about me. But I come to the show. It wasn't like, oh, Jay, what happened to you last week? Oh, Jay, we missed you last week.
You were
occupied. Jay, what was you doing? What were y'all here in the streets doing?
You were occupied. We definitely gonna talk about what you were doing last week.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Because Travis was making all kind of comments about
no, I heard the comments. Actually, if you go to the YouTube site, Straight from the Hip, you may get an interesting perspective of, what was it, Fat Man? Fat Man was out in the streets with Baby Fat.
I'm about to check it out.
All I'm going to say, it might have been a heel turn. If you watch wrestling, you know what that means.
I can't
wait. Good guy might have turned into a villain. Made from last week.
I hear you.
From the insults of Coach Gerald Boo Mitchell. Also, shout out to Edwin Mungo, Mr. Soto, Mrs. Soto. Like, the feedback, actually, that's our highest rated video right now.
Oh, yeah.
When we reviewed the highlight tape of Edwin, and Coach gave his critique as a college coach, how they would receive that.
Yeah.
So, guys, again, we want to reiterate, we want to stress, if you want Coach to look at the videos to critique them, please send them in to Straight from the Hip email, which is sfthshow@gmail.com.
It was good, too, because I know we did Peavy's.
Yes, we did, which is going to be posting this week. So, Mr. and Mrs. Peavy, we're posting Justin's tape this week. We'll probably be around Thursday or Friday. Let's go into the first segment, like you said. First 15, like I said, some coaches script their first 15 plays of the game. We just had some hot topics that we want to get out the way early. So the first thing we want to talk about is the Eli Manning farewell tour. As you saw, he left with a win. His record is 50-50 now. You know, you excited? You happy? I mean, did you shed a little tear for a great retiring?
What was next we got to talk about? That should have happened 3 years ago. At least.
Next thing
probably 5 years ago.
Next thing we have is NFL players in control. So the biggest reason I thought about this is Terrell Suggs mentioned that he wanted to basically get his way back to the Ravens. Okay. Now, he got cut by the Cardinals, I believe, and he basically said that he will not play for any other team unless it is the Ravens.
Okay.
And I thought that was an interesting thing. A guy who has a championship ring near the end of his career, looking to decide that, hey, I'm going to choose where I play. I think it's awesome player movement. I think the NFL has not had that. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, T-Sizzle, I mean, it might not be, nobody out there might want him other than the Ravens.
Right.
I mean, so.
Well, who picked him up?
Chiefs.
The Chiefs? Oh, well, so let's see if he holds to his word then.
Well, we'll see. I mean, if somebody thinks he has some ball left there, I mean, at the end of the day, it might not be even a discussion.
Right.
So they might just, a lot of guys go back for a one-day contract. And then, just so they can retire with that team or whatever the case may be. But I'm surprised that the Chiefs picked him up, to be honest with you. I mean, I would think that Terrell Suggs is kind of near the end of his road.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, if somebody feels like he got a little ball left in him, then more power to him.
Well, that's my point. Is saying I think it is a way that the NFL players are doing something that the NBA and MLB do a lot, that they're kind of taking some power back and saying, hey, I'm going to control my own destiny, make his money.
What about the original gangster?
Okay.
Peyton Manning.
What the hell is it? He played for one team for like a million years.
Yeah, but you don't remember when he first came out, his dad was like, we will not go play for
that's true.
Whoever.
Yeah, that's true.
Whoever had the first pick, he's like, forget that.
Right.
I'm telling y'all right now, if that's it, he just ain't going to play.
He did the same. Well, Eli was,
original gangster.
Right.
Archie Manning. That's the original
John
gangster.
Elway is probably the original. Yeah. He told the Baltimore Colts, like, nah, bro.
My thing is, the question is, what's more gangster? To do it when you've been in the NFL for 13 years.
Okay.
You done made about $130 million.
Right.
Or to do it when you ain't got a dime to your name. And then you go tell them, I'm not going to play for them if they draft me.
Oh, I think it's more gangster 13 years in the game.
Okay.
Because you may be washed up. So somebody could let you not be drafted and let you go.
I know.
Peyton Manning's getting drafted.
But you're sitting on $130 million.
Oh, I get you. But Peyton Manning's getting drafted.
Okay.
I don't care if he told the Colts and whoever middle fingers up, the Bengals would have drafted him. I'm just more disappointed you're not shedding the tip for Eli out here, man. I know you're going to miss him, man. Who are you going to punch on now? Who are you going to punch on now?
Well, you can always punch on Eli.
That's what I'm saying. When he gone now, who you gonna punch on?
I mean, I can still punch on when he's gone. I mean, because
he ain't playing no more. How you gonna punch on him?
Because he's still. You can always talk about how he is a shining example of why a quarterback should be cut. Just like Ryan, Eli Manning. That's what's going on right now with Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is the new Eli Manning. He should just go ahead and retire. You know, you can put him in there with your boy out there in the Chargers.
Oh, Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers. Go, Phillip. Go ahead and go now. Go ahead and go now.
Get your bolo. Well, I know you got something near and dear to your heart. We want to talk about the GSFA.
Or GHS.
Yeah. Championship games.
Yeah,
I'm going to let you just go ahead and do your thing.
Well, this is my thing. And we got 4 minutes, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time.
No, you can spend as much as you
like.
like.
But I was very disappointed with the game. I'm not talking about, we'll talk about the scores here in a little bit and all that.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they weren't in the dome this year.
Right.
And especially with the weather like it was. That first day, rain. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Right.
Real and you want to talk about somebody happy that he wasn't out there? I was happy I wasn't out there. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cause and then to go watch, somebody said, you gonna go watch Lowndes County? Well, it was like 40-something degrees, I think, around game time. I'd have been in the high 40s, low 50s, whatever. I'm not sitting out there in no low 50s or high 40 weather. If I'm not playing or not coaching,
right,
I'll be damned if I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna keep it real. So I didn't go. I mean, I did not go. I mean, I wore my Lowndes County hoodie. I went and hooked up with my buddies and whatnot.
Right.
And we had some drinks and talked a little bit before the game and whatnot. They went on to the game. I came back home. I drove back to Gwinnett County. And I watched it from the comforts of my bed. Shame on you, Arthur Blank. Shame on you. How you let them kids?
Why'd you say about Arthur Blank?
Because he should let them kids in the dome. Just like he been doing.
Did he kick him out the dome?
Yeah. He kicked him out the dome.
Did he kick him out? Did Arthur Blank come down and say, hey, look here, youngins. I'm going to need y'all to get on over to that other place, Georgia State.
Pretty much at the end of the day, yeah. Arthur Blank was the one that made the call on us not using the dome. I would think that Arthur Blank would like to see some teams from Georgia win championships in the dome. I would think that. I would have thought that would have been a good day. I would have thought he'd just be there all day trying to see that, since he ain't gonna see it no other way. So that was my thing on it. If my thing is this: if you're not gonna play in the dome, then just play like you regularly play it.
Huh.
So whoever the highest seed is, or if they're tied, you flip a coin, and then all these jokes from Marietta would have had to drive down to Lowndes County.
Is it supposed to be the premise of like a even field, unbiased field is why they play it in the different locations? Less about the dome?
No. They started doing that because it's kind of like, quote unquote, a treat for the kids to be able to go in and play inside the dome. Mm-hmm. So if you're not gonna play inside the dome, then I don't see the draw for doing it that way. Shame on Arthur Blank. I'm gonna go ahead and go cut to the end of the show. Arthur Blank is the jackass of the week. But anyway, we're being brought to you by the Playbook. Follow us on Twitter at Playbook Athlete. By the way, Travis says here, y'all will hear him every now and then. He'll say something, or he'll start singing. Like to some of this break music, he'll try to sing something sometimes. And you would really have to be here and experience that to really get the full effervescence.
Oh, yeah, because Travis get out here and start getting that.
Oh,
and get them shoulders bobbing on you. That shoulder lead on you.
You want to talk about an ugly sight? There are some things that are not meant for children's eyes. That's one of them right there.
So let's go ahead and start game day. Game day is where we review the scores from last week and then tell you about it, tell you what we saw, what we thought, or rather, Coach gives us a couple of words on it. Yep. So let's start off with 7A. Marietta, 17, beats Lowndes County, 9.
If I hadn't seen it, I wouldn't have believed it. I thought this was going to be a high-scoring game. Marietta had not been playing very good defense all year. They had been winning games like, 42 to, 35 and big high-scoring games. Not this day. I mean, they shut Lowndes County down. Like I said, I couldn't believe it. But like I said, good job. Congratulations, Marietta. Won 17-9 over Lowndes County.
All right. I mean, I almost halfway expected you not to show up today because of that loss.
No, listen.
I mean,
I'm going to take it on the chin. That's the thing about it is, they were the better team that day. I mean, still the Plowboys showed up. They did their thing. Hats off to them. They had a great season. I mean, going 14-1. That ain't bad. That ain't a bad
Once
season.
again, between Eli retiring and this has been a tough week for you, man. But we're going to pray for you. 6A, Houston, Harrison 20, beat Altoona 7.
Hats off to Harrison. Chris Trice, he's a regular guy on this show.
Yeah.
Always watches the show. His son's on that team. So congratulations to Harrison. That's where Fields went, Justin Fields.
Okay.
He was a Harrison kid. And they had already played Altoona earlier the year and thumped them. So really congratulations to them. It's hard sometimes to beat a team twice like that.
I'm just let you know, I got to stop the presses.
Come on.
To let you know that the dancing skills that you heard from Travis, his father taught him everything he knows.
Is that right?
That's what Chris Butler let us know. He said, look,
and
Coach, I taught him all those moves.
That's about right, because he in there doing the Boney Maroney like in 1956 or something like that.
I ain't never heard of the Boney Maroney.
I believe
Let's go on 5A. Buford 17 beat Warner Robins 14 in overtime.
I tell you what, that was a heck of a game. Hats off to Brian Appling, the new head coach up there.
Right.
First black coach up there at Buford.
Oh, hey.
And all kind of nonsense they had going up there since the superintendent had to step down and whatnot. So, like I said, I can't say enough about Brian Appling and what he did. So, congratulations to them.
All right, great. Next year, if it's no protest, Buford will be in 6A next year, supposedly, possibly, maybe, sort of.
That's what they're saying now.
So we'll see how that works out then.
Hey, you got to feel sad for Warner Robins, boy. That's like 3 years in a row now they made it to the game.
Oh wow,
yeah.
New Age Buffalo Bills.
So it's tough. That's tough.
All right. 4A, Blessed Trinity 17 beat Oconee County 14.
Yep.
It's another close one.
Yep. And hats off to Coach McFarland. Tim McFarland over there is the coach at Blessed Trinity and did an outstanding job. Oconee played them tougher than I thought they would.
Absolutely.
So hats off to them too.
3A, Cedar Grove 21 beat Crisp County 14.
Cedar Grove showed out now. Cedar Grove did their thing. And Cedar Grove has shown, I think this is 3 state championships for them in the last 4 years.
Oh, wow.
So Cedar Grove making a run.
A 2A, Dublin 42 beat Brooks County 32.
That was really a good game if you had seen it. Brooks County, that's where my mom is from. That's where Miss Francis is from. Mm-hmm. So it was a good game, though. Hats off to Dublin, but a very good game.
We got Patrick Fitch just joined us up here.
Fitch in the building.
All right. Love it. I love it. That's a new name. That's why I got to point it out. I love it. For me, sorry. 1A Public, Irwin County 56 beat Marion County 14.
Well, we ain't going to talk about that.
Yeah.
That was a beatdown right there.
1A Private, Eagles Landing Christian 33 beat Wesleyan 13.
And same thing with Eagles Landing Christian. I think they 5 years in a row now have won state championship. I think they set some kind of record.
Oh, wow.
By doing that, by winning the state championship 5 years.
We got a Carl Parker just joined us. The new name I haven't seen.
CP, what's going on, Carl?
Man, you got all the folk in here today.
That's my dog there.
All right, let's go on and move on to game plan, where we're going to talk about some upcoming things. But the biggest thing on here is we want to speak a little bit about the award ceremony, the Touchdown Club of Gwinnett. I don't know if you want to tell the folks a little bit about what that is, and I can roll off some names and some winners out here.
Here the issue is, it's not really an issue, but with Gwinnett County, we have like 24 public high schools.
Right.
And then on top of that, you got like 3 private high schools. So you got like 27 high schools up here.
Okay.
So with that many high schools, I mean, it's just like natural that you would try to do some kind of awards or give out awards or whatever. And so they give out awards every year. The Touchdown Club, obviously, is a big touchdown club with as many high schools and whatnot as we have. And they give a little award ceremony, and every school is recognized in some way or another. They give out like a Coach of the Year award, which went to Josh Lovelady this year. Yeah. So like I said, stuff like that. But anyway, we'll talk about it.
All right, cool. So Touchdown Club, some of the winners. Defensive Lineman of the Year was North Gwinnett, Jared Ivey.
Yep.
All right. I know you coach on the receivers and coach side, but anything about him that you
Ivy's
like,
a monster.
his character?
This is the thing about it. Ivy's best days are ahead of him, too.
Right.
He had a great year this year, but his best days are ahead of him because he's real lean. He's a basketball player, or was a basketball player. I don't know if he's still playing basketball, but he's going to put on some size when he gets to college because he'll go to college for football. And give him about 2 years, and he'll be a monster because he's got the athleticism and the speed and things of that nature. Get him a little bit more size on him, he's gonna be unstoppable.
Well, I know you know him, a little bit more insight on him, and I know eventually on this show we're going to start touting out the Boo Mitchell star athletes, the 1 through 5 star athletes.
Yeah.
And so just give people a quick rundown. What is your criteria? Like, you give a star for each criteria that's met, correct?
Sure.
You want to give them those 5, and then say where you would put Jared Ivey in your criteria for this, if you don't mind. I know I'm putting you on the spot.
I know. Well, the 5 are, and I'm just going to talk about them loosely.
Yeah.
The 5 are basically his measurables, his immeasurables.
Okay.
Measurables, I mean by like height, weight, all that kind of stuff. Immeasurables are, is he a good team player?
Right.
Does he have good football knowledge? That kind of thing. A hard worker, things like that. Academics, that's another star. What colleges are saying about him, that's another star. And then I think the last star is his actual varsity tape.
Okay.
So those are the 5 stars, if you will. And so if you look at each of those areas, Jared Ivey is grade-wise, great student. I mean, I think some of his offers are even Ivy League offers.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So he's a great student. I think he might even be going to Georgia Tech. I think that's kind of one of the top schools that he's looking at. So, again, I'm trying to have a rating system that will make sense to everybody. So if you want to know why is this guy a 4-star instead of a 5-star, well, he's a 4-star because he got a 2.0 GPA. Look at that star right there, because he don't get much of that star.
Right.
A lot of these other systems out there, it's like, why is he a 5-star? I mean, they got their criteria based on that. Nobody but them and maybe two or three other people seem to understand. I'm trying to do it where it be clear cut as to why this guy is what he is. If he hadn't taken the SAT, if he hadn't taken the ACT, that's all going to detract from him, because colleges want to know if they got those standards or meeting those standards on the ACT, SAT. And so that would go into, or if he scored low on the ACT, SAT, he won't get that whole star when it comes to that. So it's a different kind of a ranking system, and it'll be out there on the website for everybody to look at and be able to see what it is. But I think it will make a whole lot of sense to you.
Absolutely. So what would you give him? What would you put him at? Just for what you know of him.
I'd say about a 4 1/4.
Okay.
Maybe 4.5.
Okay.
I wouldn't give him a 4 or 5, but 4 1/4, 4.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then so we got defensive back of the year, which is North Gwinnett, Taylor Goodson. Taylor Goodson.
Taylor Goodson.
She's just saying Tyler so much on the show.
Now this where I would have to make an exception.
Okay.
Because for Taylor Goodson, fighting all that he has to fight.
What does he have to fight?
I mean, as far as his genetics.
Oh, okay.
And his upbringing.
Okay.
And all of that. I mean, for a kid to go through what his attributes outside of it, his immeasurables, off the chain. Got to be off the chain. For him to be any good, being a product of Mo and Felicia Goodson, Lord have mercy, help that kid. I mean, that kid has overcome so much. So Taylor be up there too. I give Taylor about a 4, 4.5, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Inside linebacker of the year, North Gwinnett, Barrett Carter.
Yeah. Carter's the real deal.
Okay.
I mean, Barrett's the real deal. Like I said, Barrett, I'm sure, would like to get a little bit strong. He's probably a low 3, 3 point something GPA. Low 3. I'm sure he would want to be a high 3. But outside of that, it's kind of hard to find anything wrong with that kid.
All right.
I mean, he's a leader. He's a great teammate. Very humble. Got everything you look for. All the physical attributes. He's the man.
All right. Outside linebacker of the year was for Lanier Phillip Webb. Anything about him?
Yeah. I mean, that kid's a beast too. So. I can't remember what stage he's going to school, but it's Power 5.
Okay.
It's Power 5.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Always good to hear that. Sam in the building, KB in the building. We see you. Quarterback of the year, Archer, Carter Peavy.
Yep. Peavy's good. Ain't our Peavy.
Yeah.
No relation to our Peavy's. But, Carter Peavy's been doing it for a while now. And I'm glad he's finally going on ahead and getting up out of it. I think he's been in high school for 7 years, it looks like to me. He's been around for a long time.
Running back of the year, Parkview, Cody Brown.
Cody's on the junior, just like Barrett. Barrett
so
and Cody on the junior. Oh, he'll be back.
Okay.
He'll be back at Parkview next year. So, I mean, that kid was all-state last year as a sophomore.
Right.
As a sophomore. He's a monster.
Receiver of the year, Central Gwinnett, Dejon Reynolds.
I don't know Dejon. I've heard of him and whatnot.
Yeah.
And this just me talking. Y'all know.
I know you about to. All right, straight from the hip. We about to go.
I don't know how it wasn't Josh Downs.
I was going to ask you about that. That's the next question.
I'm just keeping it real. No insult at all, and no shade at all on Dejon. I just don't know how it wasn't Josh Downs. I mean, Josh Downs. Find me somebody, anybody can cover Josh Downs. I think, and I saw the other night, you'd have an easier time covering Eric, what's his name, from Marietta, than you would covering Josh Downs. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. So
straight from the hip.
Yeah,
tight end of the year, South Gwinnett, Armand Anderson.
I don't know that young man, so I can't say nothing about that. Okay. I can talk about the athlete of the year. I can talk about Mill Creek's Parker Roble.
All right.
Parker Roble is a great
for those
kid.
Don't know that you used to coach at Mill Creek. For those that do not know.
Mill Creek, so I do know Parker Roble. Number one, he's a good kid. Great mom and dad. He got an older brother that I coached as well, named Cole. He's going to Air Force Academy, and he'll do great things there. He's one of the fastest kids in the county.
Oh, wow.
And, I don't mind saying this because, when you talk about football, we don't mind talking about black and white. He's a white kid. He's probably the fastest kid in the county. And, you don't always see that. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, he'll go and he'll play probably, wing back or wide receiver or kick returner, punt returner, whatever, because he can do it all. And that's why he was athlete of the year.
Does he have better moves than Travis?
You want to talk about Eli? I'd rather talk about Eli.
Specialist of the year, Parkview Nolan McCord, excuse me.
I don't know him. I heard he's a great kicker. I talked to Philip Godfrey, who is the head coach over there at Parkview. And so, like I said, I don't know him. I don't know him personally. And
then, as you mentioned, Coach of the Year of Mill Creek, Josh Lovelady.
Josh Lovelady, Big Josh. Lovelady's a good guy. He's a great guy. So really
took over from Stewart Shannon
Jarvis.
Coach Shannon.
Yeah, and Lovelady did a good job over there. They made it to like the quarterfinals. So I think they lost to Marietta in the quarterfinals. So hats off to them.
So I did have some all-county first-team people on here really quickly. Josh Downs did make the all-county first team for North Gwinnett. The quarterback was Skylar Adams from Central Gwinnett. Some other ones that were on here, Jalen Green from Norcross, I saw on there. Defensively, we did have some people on there. Jasheen Davis from Shiloh was on the list. So just the various, you can all look up. Also, North Gwinnett had Jordan Hancock from North Gwinnett made it as defensive back.
Yep.
All right. And so
also had the punter from Peachtree Ridge, Albert James.
Yes.
That joke can kick that ball. I mean, Peachtree Ridge kind of needed that this year. So y'all need to kind of pick it up, Sam Kingsbury.
All right, and then
punt so much.
We had some commitments. Carter Peavy from Archer announced for Mercer.
Yep.
A receiver, Trey Messer from Archer announced for Davison. Chuck Smith from North Gwinnett said Wolford.
Yep.
Jared Ivy, North Gwinnett. You were correct. Going to Georgia Tech.
Josh Down. Going to North Carolina.
All right, and then Chris Scott for Decula talking about going to NC State.
Yeah, he put that on there for Travis.
That was exactly what it was for. And that is it for me.
You listen straight from the hip. I'm your host, Coach Gerald Boo Mitchell. Come to you live from Sugar Hill, Georgia. Here with my co-host now, Mr. Travis Butler, just sitting down in here. We always started off, as y'all know, 1 minute with traffic.
Okay.
So we're going to start the clock. Jason's here to start the clock today.
Yeah.
And as y'all know, I take my 1 minute nap, and then I'll be right back.
And your minute officially begins now.
So what is touch on two things real quick. I'm sure everyone does know Star Wars, the episode 9.
Whoa!
Coming out this week. I know Coach is going to go see it Thursday night with Jason and I, so pretty pumped about that.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh,
goody.
Yeah, I can tell. Anybody else going to go see it this weekend? Let me know. Post up there what you guys have any predictions on the Star Wars. So I think it's going to be good. It's last Skywalker, so we'll see what happens with that. So
20 seconds left.
Last thing I did want to talk about real quick. Yesterday was my parents' wedding anniversary, so I wanted to say hello to. Of course, my dad is on here, so happy wedding anniversary to Mom and Dad. Love you guys. So just wanted to say happy wedding anniversary to you guys.
Wow. Is that a minute? Is it up?
It's over
there.
now.
You go.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to get to college football. I'm sure, of course, the Heisman was on Saturday.
Yeah.
Expected winner, I don't think came into any shot, was Joe Burrow of LSU.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Dude,
any surprises?
I told everybody. I gave the order. I said, I promise you, I'd be willing to bet my brand new car out there that the order was going to be Burrow number 1.
Okay.
Jalen Hurts number 2. Fields number 3. And Young number 4.
Okay.
And I said that like Tuesday of last week. And then I said it again on Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays, and then on Saturday I said about 8 times, and it came out just that way. Who didn't know it was going to be that way? The surprise to me is him having a larger margin than ever and all this other stuff. That was a big surprise to me.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you that right now because those other guys put up some big-time numbers.
Right.
If you look at Jalen Hurts, he put up better numbers than the 2 quarterbacks from Oklahoma before him that won the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah, because he had 3 third-place votes, which I just, he was clearly the best player in college football this whole year.
Why you say clearly? Clearly according to who?
According to me.
I know.
According to what I saw.
I understand, but I mean, that's clearly to you, but clearly to some other people,
right?
That gave him a third place vote.
Yeah,
he wasn't the best one out there, and like I said, I can make an argument for some of those people. Now, if I had done it, I would have voted for Burrows too, because that was my opinion. But I could definitely see where some other people could say, you know what, I don't see it that way.
Which makes them wrong, but that's okay.
Which makes them wrong, you said?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
And like you said, the largest margin of victory since 1968.
Yeah.
Which you know who that was?
Was it OJ?
OJ Simpson. Yeah. Next up, this week is early signing period for college football.
Yeah.
Something, it's been around for the last few years. Probably the last 4 or 5 years they've moved it to where they've moved it early. It's always been in February. What do you think about
this?
That?
This isn't the real signing day, if you will. Now in college, what they do is they allow high school kids to leave early if they have the requirements to leave early, and if they've done enough of their work and whatnot, and done some summer school work to kind of accelerate their high school academic career. And a lot of guys are taking advantage of it. So they'll leave now. They will graduate in December. And then they'll go on. They'll come back and actually walk. But, academically and on the books, they're finished. And so now they can go ahead and start college in January. Trying to talk to Anwar Stewart, if you're out there listening. Curtis McGee, he's a buddy of ours. Tell Anwar Stewart to call me from App State because I'm trying to get in touch with him.
Okay.
So
what are they asking for? I'm not gonna, what kid are they talking about? I'm not gonna, but like, what are they? Good player, measurables. What's he like
all
as a teammate?
All of it, but I can tell you this. First thing they ask about is the academics.
Okay.
Because it's a waste of money for a college. Just to be honest with you, to recruit a player, get him in there, and then he flunks out. That doesn't help the college at all.
Right.
He didn't even get to play. And now he's already flunked out of here. So the bottom line is I could have went and got another kid. And so that's why they're going to look at academics, number 1. Number 2, they're going to ask about immeasurables. Like, is he a good kid? Is he hard-headed? Does he work hard? Is he argumentative? They want to know those things because, again, there's no need for me getting this 5-star kid in here when he's going to argue and fight and fuss and be late and do all those kind of things. And I ain't going to get kicked out of here anyway.
Right.
So why should I spend money and get him in here, and it's just a waste of my money and time and effort, when I could have got another kid that was very similar, almost just as good as he was physically and athletically, and I should have got that kid because he had better grades, he was just a better overall kid, and I would have, in the long run, he would have worked out better than this other guy.
Right.
So I'm telling you, that's what they're looking for first.
Okay.
Then they start talking about measurables and all that other stuff.
Okay. And so now with college football season, officially regular season ending, we are now, of course, on to bowl games. And a big thing that has been happening also the last 2 or 3 years are potential seniors, maybe even sometimes juniors that are going to the NFL draft that are skipping bowl games to protect themselves so they don't get injured or just sign with an agent or just leave school outright. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't like that. I'll just be honest with you. I don't like it because and don't get me wrong. And I know what people are gonna say out there. Well, why would you risk playing in the bowl game when you know you're going to be a first round pick or you might be the first overall pick? And but to me, it just kind of waters down the game. You know, I'm a football purist. I was a knucklehead and played a lot of times when I shouldn't have played when I was hurt and all that kind of stuff and whatnot. So I've got a different perspective than a lot of people. I don't look at it as being a financial game. I don't look at it as being a financial tool, whether I play or not play and do that kind of thing. Makes you wonder, in my mind, if those guys are out there half-ass playing during the season.
Right.
I'm not going to hurt myself going up against, big Jason Allen. I'm not going to do that. Now, if I'm going up against, Travis Butler, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to do that. But if I got to go up against Big J, no, I'm just going to come off the edge kind of hard. But I need to make sure I don't get too tangled up. But Travis, I'm going straight over top. I'm bull rushing. Bull rushing.
Well, I don't think I'm playing O-line anyway, so.
Yeah, I know, but whatever you played, it didn't matter. It wouldn't matter. I find you.
I am not a fan of players skipping bowl games. I'm with you. I get it. I understand why they do it. Save themselves from that one last game where they tear a hamstring, ACL, MCL.
I'm gonna tell you who probably be
broken
the next
bone, something like that. It seems like unless they're fighting for the playoff now, that there a lot of guys are skipping because the playoff still means something. You can win the national championship.
If you're gonna play,
if I'm a star, I'm skipping that bowl game unless it's the playoffs.
I'm gonna
say
say
bowl
that.
games is only making the school money and other people money.
I'm glad you say that.
I ain't going to play
and here's my thing.
But you get a swag bag.
Hold on. Here's my thing. If you're gonna play like Georgia played last year, just go ahead and skip. Just go ahead and skip. Because the way they played Oklahoma last year, you remember that?
That's terrible.
That was awful.
Yeah, and that's part of the problem is now bowl students are doing that. Bowl games are becoming terrible and more terrible and more terrible.
I agree. I agree.
It's becoming a problem in college.
It's Travis' time up, Jay. It's
got 1 more minute.
1 minute. Come on, give me 1 minute, Travis. Give me one more Travis's minute. I gotta get nap. Go ahead.
One more Travis's minute? Oh, okay. Yeah. I know how much you just love that 1 minute.
I know. I love your 1 minute. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Get a power nap in.
Get that power nap. Hey, I'm the king of the power naps now. Hey, you listen straight from the hip. Once again, Coach Boo has destroyed Travis Butler. Just ripped him to shreds. We're in a PG-13 kind of mood right now because Jason's coming in with a sponge trying to wipe up all the bloodshed and all that from Travis after I just ripped him apart.
See, it's funny because, last week I was prepared to come in this show this week. After the 49ers beat the Falcons and go, see, this is why we're the best NFC team because I've heard last week y'all trashed us. But I guess we're not going to be doing it this week. So let's go ahead and start with the Ravens beating the Jets. Let's start there. Overreaction Monday. The Ravens are overrated and will lose in the first playoff game they play.
No, they won't lose in the first game. And, the Ravens, I don't think they're overrated at all. I think they're right where they need to be. Hey, Fee, we were just talking about how wonderful you and Maurice were. And
we were. And congratulations on Taylor. We shouted him out on the show.
Taylor. Hey, good. We talked about how strong his upbringing is and all that. Fee. You my girl. I
did go find them, but yeah, we were saying how Taylor Boo gave him a 4?
I gave him a 4. I gave him a 4 1/4, I believe.
Yeah, for 4-star athlete,
yeah.
4 1/4-star athlete.
Yeah, sure did.
Yeah, so also check out the YouTube channel. We got Fat Man had a response from last week. I heard Mo Goody was kind of upset, so I got your redemption, Mo Goody.
Yeah,
on YouTube.
What you upset about? You know you got a little pot belly. What you upset? Come on, man. Come on.
We're doing Overreaction Monday here, guys. Falcons beat the 49ers. Julio caught 2 touchdowns, proving he is the best receiver in the game, and coaching to let him off the hook.
Well, first of all.
And one was in the red zone.
First of all, he dropped 1, too. So he should have had 3 touchdowns. Did everybody not see his drop? Y'all not going to reel me in. I'm going to stay calm. Because I know everybody saw Julio drop that touchdown pass. Julio dropped a couple passes, as a matter of fact, that game. And I mean, it's debatable whether that last one was actually a touchdown. The last play of the game, or should have been the last play of the game. They gave him 2 more seconds and all that other stuff.
Right.
But I'm glad to see him catch the ball. Was that the only one they caught in the red zone?
That one was the second one, both of them in the red zone.
Okay. Well, congratulations to Julio. I think that's the first 2 touchdowns he's caught in the red zone.
He had a 10-game non-touchdown streak. All right.
Thank you.
Do we have concerns about Kyle Shanahan in big games? We got the Super Bowl list tape, and now this game where it was a revenge kind of game.
Well, me and some clown on the internet, I don't know who he was.
My man Ian?
Yeah, me and Ian were arguing about this today. Kyle Shanahan looked like he been to Magic City. They got Magic City out there in San Francisco, because it looked like he had been in the club all night. Did you see him?
Yeah. I admit.
He had his face. He had that shadow on his face and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I mean, Shanahan looked like he didn't want to be there.
And him and my friend went back and forth because I posted that might have been one of the worst coaching examples I've seen in a long time. When you're dominating with the run game,
it was
and you just kept throwing the ball with. Anyway. Wait, this is not what the Overreaction Monday is about. It's just about overreactions.
Come on.
Patriots beat the Bengals. We are seeing the real Patriots December push.
I would say yes to that.
All right, and the Bengals were better with Marvin Lewis.
You know what? I would be willing to argue you might be right about that. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're still terrible. They were terrible then. But I mean, at least Marvin was getting you about 5 or 6 wins.
Right.
And I mean, now you just dog boo boo. I mean, y'all are terrible now.
Actually, the overreaction was going to be Joe Burrow ducking the Bengals, but I say that for closer to the draft.
Yeah.
Seahawks beat the Panthers. The Seahawks are too Russell Wilson dependent, and that's why they will not win in the Super Bowl.
They definitely too. Hey, you better hope that joker don't get hurt. You want to talk about teams that can't function without their quarterback? Mm-hmm. He is way too valuable. I mean, however much the money they're paying him, they need to double it, because that joker is the team. I mean, he does things, and look, he's a Lamar Jackson, but he can really throw the football.
Right.
So what's up, Chauncey?
He's still for records, Russell Wilson's still my MVP. I think it's a way worse team, and he's doing a lot more with a lot less.
Yeah.
But numbers don't lie. We know what Lamar's doing. Packers beat the Bears. The blueprint for the Packers need to be how they use John Elway late in his career with Terrell Davis.
I don't know.
Strong running game, good defense, and he just passes when it's opportunistic rather than all over the field.
That might be the case. I mean, I think that, Aaron Rodgers is a bad man. He might not.
Yeah, he's been bad this year.
He might not any longer be a bad man.
Okay.
He's still a bad man.
Mm-hmm.
He's still a bad man. I'm going to leave it like that.
You mean Kanye West bad, not Michael Jackson bad.
No, I'm good.
Chiefs beat the Broncos. Chiefs can win it all without a running game.
First of all, I mean, the Broncos, seriously. I mean, John Elway, great football player, terrible executive. I mean, they are a dumpster fire. I mean, they are joining right along in there now, because it's been a couple years now.
Yeah.
And I mean, they got Von Miller out there. Everybody talks about Von Miller. And they got a couple players out there. Mm-hmm. But as a whole, they are terrible. I mean, and they are bad to watch. I mean, they nauseate you. You ever get sick watching a team? They are nauseating. I mean, I don't even like watching them. I mean, I feel like I got to go wash my feet after I get through watching them. They are terrible, awful.
You probably only heard that saying from somebody like your grandmother. I got to wash my feet after watching them. All right, Cortland Sutton may be the most underrated receiver in the NFL for the Broncos.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
He's so underrated. You don't even know, huh?
Yeah, they're awful. They are terrible. I mean, I don't know who's throwing him the ball. Who's throwing him the ball?
Drew Lock was last.
Drew Lock last week.
Yeah.
So who was that? I mean, they have an awful rotation of like 3 quarterbacks, and then one they bring in every night.
Waste some time with the Broncos.
Come on.
Texans beat the Titans. Nobody wants to meet either one of these teams in the first round of the playoffs.
I would agree with that. I'm going to tell you right now, when the Texans are hot, and they weren't hot the other day. I mean, they barely beat the Titans. But when the Texans are on, I mean, they're good. Because your boy, number 4.
Yeah.
Oh, he's off the chain.
Yeah.
He's off the chain.
Ryan Tannehill is the future of the Titans.
No, he's not the future of the Titans.
Right.
And who gives a damn if he was?
Cards beat the Browns. Nothing. I mean, I don't have overreaction.
Have you heard about the lonesome loser?
Jaguars beat the Raiders. I have nothing for that because there's nothing really to talk about.
Let me just say this.
You got a coach's corner to talk about.
I just heard this thing today. A guy said He said, "How you feel about playing?" And that's the last game they're gonna play. In Oaktown. And one of the players said, "You know what? I'm gonna miss these guys. I can tell you this. I probably never seen more middle fingers in my life than I saw today. They were booing Derek Carr.
I mean, throwing stuff on the field, refusing to leave.
Way to go, Oaktown. Way to go.
Vikings beat the Chargers. Nobody wants to face the Vikings in the first round of the playoffs.
That's not true. Everybody wants to play them in the first round. They suck. Got Kirk Cousins, man. Them defense would love to get a hold of Kirk Cousins. I mean, DB's back there like, y'all just give me a little bit of rush. Because I know he's going to throw one. He's going to throw about 10 of them. That's all I need right there. Give me that much. Give me that much, Kirk Cousins. And watch, he's going to throw 5 interceptions, whoever they play in the first round.
Keep Rivers one more year and then draft the top quarterback this year.
I don't know if Rivers can make one more year.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you. He's really falling off. And I don't know if I don't why when you start falling off, you start talking more. I mean, just be quiet. Just
always been a talker.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
It's been worse.
But he had the game to talk.
Right.
He don't have the game to talk anymore. So now Phillip Rivers.
Cowboys beat the Rams. Sean McVay is the 4th best coach in that division now.
I don't know if Sean McVay is the 4th best team. I mean, Sean McVay had a good year. He might have had a couple good years he put together. Mm-hmm. But, he needs to learn not to wear his heart on his sleeve. Because you see him after the game.
It was going crazy.
He went over there and gave boy a dap up and I'm out.
Yeah.
He's mad because he got a beat down. I mean, you got to learn how to go out there and shake the hand and be like, hey, good job. We'll see you soon.
The playoffs will not save Jason Garrett's job.
I don't know about that because Jimmy what's the name? Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
He was in a good mood the other day after the game.
Yeah, he did.
He was all happy and talking to the media and said, "See, I was just telling y'all I was trying to tell y'all we don't need a new coach." Yeah, so I think if they do have a good playoff run, he might still be there. Because they said they're gonna keep Kitchens.
Yeah,
they're gonna keep Kitchens in Cleveland. But that's just they're retarded.
Yeah. Bills will run the AFC East once Brady retires.
I don't know about that. Now the Bills are having a good year. I don't know about the longevity with the Bills. So I don't know about them running anything. And I'm surprised you saying that anyway, much as you love old boy in the New York Jets.
They still got Adam Gase as a coach. It don't matter how good Donald is.
Well, that's true too.
The Colts versus the Saints. Is Jacoby Brissett the long-term answer for the Colts?
Well, according to the coach, they are. Because they said today that the coach said he's our guy.
Okay.
He is our guy going forward. The coach answered that question today. So I got a few minutes.
Here we go.
Here we go. My coach's corner. I'm gonna be easy with this one.
Oh, you're gonna be easy with it.
Where are all the good coaches at? NFL coaches for a Cleveland. Mm-hmm. I mean, the worst team in the league. You got Odell Beckham out there, man, saying he wants out. You got the other receiver, Jarvis Landry, talking about he wants out. Travis said earlier, all these players saying they want out of there, et cetera, et cetera. How could you come out of your mouth today and say that Freddie Kitchens will be back next year as a head coach? I mean, how stupid can you be? And then, you just they fired Ron Rivera over in the Carolina Panthers. Yeah. They fired him. And then you got people like Jason Garrett. Mm-hmm. Feel like they got job security. You got people like, Dan Quinn fighting to keep his job in Atlanta. Yeah, I like Dan Quinn. But all I'm saying is people like all these announcers you see that are announcing football now, all these former coaches, I would be dusting off my resume. If I was Bill Parcells, I'm like, I know good and damn well I can go back and get me a job. With all these other bad coaches out there, like Freddie Kitchens, like your boy, what's your boy? Your
Zach
coach?
Taylor.
Zach Taylor. I don't even know his name. The fool I call him the fool in Cincinnati. Titans.
Mike Vrabel.
Vrabel's been all right, though.
Yeah, he's been decent.
He's okay, but he
Adam Gase, he can get up out of there.
Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah. That one got to go.
I can go on and on and on. Guys, where are all the good coaches? And what really bothers me is I hear them saying, well, Jerry Jones is talking to Lincoln Riley.
Yeah.
Why? What are you talking to him about? I mean, is Lincoln Riley going to try and come and be another pro head coach? I mean, is it that thin out there with the assistant coaches and whatnot that we can't find a good assistant coach to go and run be a head coach in the league?
Right.
I mean, where are all the good coaches? It's amazing to me that some of these guys got resumes that they've been coaching in the NFL for 15, 20 years, yet you don't have a resume built up that you could be a head coach and nobody would give you any consideration for a head coaching job.
Right.
That just seems weird to me. That now you talking about going out and getting some of these college coaches and, want to try to bring Nick Saban back. And Saban was a terrible pro coach. And I would be surprised if he would even consider coming back to the pro. But the bottom line is that I just don't hear any quality names coming up out there. And God knows there's a need for it.
Well, I got the perfect fit for the Cowboys.
Who is that?
I mean, Jerry Jones won't like it.
Who?
But Jim Harbaugh. Strong running game, a quarterback that's limited. That's the 49ers formula all over again that got him to a Super Bowl.
I hear you.
I mean, but we know that Jerry won't like the fact that Jim won't let him just do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I know. I mean, and you know what? I didn't think about Harbaugh. Harbaugh's a college coach, but Harbaugh had a lot of success in the NFL before going back to be a college coach.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I could see Harbaugh maybe coming back. But I'm just saying that I believe that the league needs help. And I think where they need the help is, because being a head football coach is not just about the X's and O's, it's about the Jimmy and Joes. It's about how you manage your players. All of those things come into play. And I just don't see them out there. I mean, maybe Herm Edwards needs to try to come back.
Oh, don't.
Maybe you need to bring back some people like
Mike McCarthy's supposed to be coming back.
McCarthy be a good coach?
McCarthy would probably be a good coach somewhere.
He's rumored to already have a job lined up for an NFL
maybe,
team for next
but
year.
There you go. And Mike McCarthy might not be a bad one to bring back, but maybe bring back Marvin. Maybe you bring back Marvin.
I think I killed him on this show for 2 years straight.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
Nah, I want Marvin back.
Do not bring
Free
back
Marvin Lewis.
Do not bring back
Marvin Lewis.
And do not bring back that midget you had in Cleveland either. What's that little old short guy? Hugh Jackson.
Oh.
Don't bring back that midget.
I thought you were making another Bo Goodson joke.
Yeah, no. I ain't talking about Bo Goodson. Yeah, don't bring him back either. Anyway, folks, we got to get out of here. It's 9:01. We 1 minute past.
Free Marvin Lewis, guys.
I told y'all I was going to keep it short today. I didn't get all upset and all. And nobody cares about the Falcons winning. So, let that go.
Where KC at?
Oh, don't nobody care. Anyway, folks, we got to get out of here. We'll see y'all all again next week. We might have a guest on the show next week too, by the way.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, we'll talk to y'all then.
We're about to get into guest season now.
I know, it is guest season. Yep. Thank y'all for tuning in. We're out of here. Good night, Miss Francis.
Straight from the hip.